For this year module, I want to explore two things. The first thing is looking, how we visualize the world. Some things we miss, some things we don't. So I wanted to keep an open mind and take a series of photographs that I seen around me that intrigued me for certain reasons. And the second part is to explore a new sort of way of posters. For me, I'd always sort of have a certain style, and I want to sort of break that mold and sort of have a new way of looking at things. I seen this here image. I was sitting on the bus one day, going into Derry at the university, and this shows you that if a certain letter is missing, it could mean a completely different message. As soon as I looked across, I just seen this here straight away, and first thing I thought is that the fences are racist. It's intriguing how the mind sort of picks up on these sort of things and automatically thinks them. For me, it's always interesting if something turns out natural, if it's not how it's intended to be. In this here instance, it looks as if there's the word "in" is scratched out from this here what sort of is like a wall. But I don't think somebody actually carved it out. I think it's just always interesting that, for example, if a writer writes a song and they have it for their own purpose, and then people from the outside sort of take it on in their own way, and I suppose that sort of relates to a poster as well. They can sort of take it in their own way. You don't sort of have always like push the idea down and tell the people what to think all the time. Sort of they can take it on their own perspective, and that actually is actually more precious and more valuable to the person. I think this here picture just says it all about the modern society we live in today. This is quite a strange one. I seen this here object and I was walking past work towards work every day. And I was always sort of intrigued at what it was. Until this day I still don't. It's just a ball and it's covered up in black tape. Or I think it was a ball anyway. It's just always strange how sort of the mind plays on it. And actually one day I actually walked past it about 100 meters and I had to walk back to look at it to make sure it's there. It's just strange how sort of the mind works and how it sort of picks up and stuff. I really like this here image here is because I think most people would understand that from that photograph it's a gas mask. It looks like a gas mask. I think that's important when relating to design a poster or something, that people need to understand it. There's no point in somebody walking up to a poster and walking away from the poster and going, what do they actually look at? This is one of my favourite from the Look series. It's obviously clearly a monkey, and this is actually a cushion in my living room. It's just always strange how sort of like certain shapes and what way they are moved and what way they curve and what sort of angles they play at, that they make up a certain image. This here really stood out for me because I was doing a lot of research on Anne Frank, so I did a poster on it, and the Anne Frank's father was called Otto, Otto, so that there just really stood out for me. So this is the main promotional poster for the exhibition I'm going to hold. It's going to be called Put Yourself in Their Shoes. And the reason for the name is because we don't necessarily, like countries like ourselves, Northern Ireland and other countries around the world, don't sort of associate themselves with other countries around the world who are less fortunate than ourselves. So I want to get across the mindset to people that we are sort of lucky, as in a sense, because like we don't, you're not in no poverty, or you plenty of food, plenty of water. All these countries like, don't have that sort of stuff, and so that's what I want to bring across. The reason why I put myself in this photo shoot is because I want to be really personal, and the reason why my feet are bare is because the countries that have like poverty problems and stuff don't have any shoes or something maybe, so then that brings across the message. The letters are put into laces, shoelaces, so that brings across the message even further. At the start, this poster was kind of hard to create because I had to sort of dwell and really focus in on my own sort of personal thoughts on certain issues and stuff. So the idea that I brought across was that if I lose something, I gain something even more. So I was always thinking to myself, what have I lost? What have I lost in my life? And the key thing is probably that I've lost is my religion. But through that, I've become more independent of my own thoughts and what I think. I'm not always worried about if I do something wrong. Then I will sort of be thinking bad, oh, I shouldn't have did that, or so it just made myself more free and open minded. So the concept was that the words lose my religion, which is made up of bread, and then it's nailed to wood, just to symbolise the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Basically, I wanted the image to be really real, so it's very dramatic and very eye catching on the eye. But then there's a lot of hidden messages behind it that people maybe once it takes a wee bit of while just sort of understand it. But rather than all of that, all these images nowadays all Photoshop and stuff, and it just looks very fake, and you can tell straight away when it's not done right. So that there was very important to me. The idea process of this here poster here is very strange. It actually came from while I was doing a presentation in class, and sort of people were saying, "Oh, get away from sort of the posters," and sort of saying I actually just fired back straight away to the people, and this here idea here, and it just came off straight off the bat off my head. There's sort of no sketch involved in that there sense. So the concept behind this here poster here was that we are all the same. So a shadow projected onto a wall shows that if you have a shadow, anyone with a shadow is just we're all the same. You can't sort of identify you with like a race or religion, or if you're male or female or any of that there sort of what age you are or whatever, So that's the idea behind the poster, was that we're all equal. We should all just be as one as such. On the idea, like say example, this could be like maybe like an installation or something in the middle of like a street or something, so you could have a light shining up and the people could walk across, and then they could sort of project their shadow onto the wall, and then they'd see the headline at the top, and then they realise, alright, that's what the poster's all about. This here poster here was based on playing words of waste, waster and water. So essentially the message within the poster was, if you waste water, you're a waster.